All right. Hello, everyone. Let's get going here. I get start with the WZ132. Hopefully, this all goes well here. We already got a pretty interesting matchmaking here. Alrighty then. Which hello, Floyd, Victor, Craze, John, and Simon. Nice to see you guys already. Okay. Oopsie daisy. Which, again, since this is the only second stream, me using this program basically to stream to a couple different places, let me know if there's any hiccups. Just don't know if everything's gonna work out 100%, but I'm always a pessimist when it comes to stuff like this. Which I do have a new stream schedule for this week coming up. Unfortunately, I had a little bit too much stuff to set up before the stream, and I forgot to update the little schedule on the overlay here. But pretty much in the video description and other places, I did update it. Essentially, this week coming up, barring any unforeseen changes at work, I'm gonna be streaming Sunday night 7 to 9, then Monday night 7 to 9, and then Wednesday I'm going to be streaming in the morning 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. and then Thursday 7 to 9 at night. Hello, Rick. No hangover. It was an open bar, but I don't drink, so it's like watching the future. Well, I'm not just. I'm actually streaming on 4 places right now, believe it or not. So. I actually have. There's links to them all in the video description on YouTube. Hello, Elvis. Nice to see you. It's oh god. Oh my god. I don't know how I didn't just get damaged. It's just I don't there's no arty for me to go kill. So like right now we're just kind of like driving around here like what do we shoot? We're light tanks in a tier 10 match. But like I guess we're going to go okay. Maybe I'll pop in this way. It's just this could end very badly for me. It's just I wanted to help the other side out, but I literally couldn't, given how my team was set up. Like usual though, if anyone has any tank requests, please feel free to mention them in chat. I will do my best to get to them. I do have a tank request link in the video description, at least on YouTube. I still haven't had time to update the other places, unfortunately. Basically I haven't really had a day off this week, so I literally had like an hour here to set everything up, which it doesn't seem like a lot, but it was a lot to be able to set up in that amount of time. Hello, foreplay. Ryan drank for me. Granted, one beer doesn't really amount to much. Come on, let's go for the cap out. Ooh, I so want to shoot this guy, but I'd rather win here. So I'm just gonna wait and see. So I don't know if everyone here has saw, details on 9.9 are starting to trickle out right now. Essentially, ranked battles are coming. So 15 versus 15, tier 10 only tanks, and basically it's more weighted towards how you perform than if your team wins or not. Um, yeah, I got all that free compensation stuff since I haven't been able to play. At least we got a win now. You know, gotta love capping out instead of taking a risk and, you know, maybe losing, maybe not. So, alright, let's see. What am I hopping to the Lorraine here? Let's say I'm playing a few tier 8 matches here to begin with, because free, he only has up to tier 8. But, yeah, I'll hop into the IS3 after this. Hello, Rich and Uber. Nice to see you guys. And Wyatt as well. Yeah, I can play the Death Star. That's the FV215B, the 183mm TD one. But essentially with ranked battles, them stating it doesn't count, like it's more based on you than how your team performs. What they mean by that is their rating system. Basically, you gain essentially what's going to count for you ranking up. If you're on the top 12 players on the winning team, you know, the bottom 3 don't gain anything. They probably get bumped down like one notch. And the losing team, the top 3 people, still get bumped up, and the rest, the bottom 12, get bumped down. So that's what they mean by that. But more or less, with this, I think it's going to be pretty interesting. You know, that's the whole new. They have a new currency system they're bringing out called bonds, and with that, you're going to be able to. Which there's no news on it yet, which is a little bit terrifying in a way, depending on how they do it. They say there's new consumables. So with consumables, you have repair kit, med kit, fire extinguisher that buff your tank. So we'll see how they are balanced. I don't necessarily agree with it, but you're going to be able to buy stuff with bonds. You're going to be able to buy tanks. I think personal reserves you can buy. Pretty much you're going to be able to buy a bunch of stuff with bonds, and the only way to get them, at least initially, is through ranked battles, and then there's probably going to be missions at a later date to be able to get them outside of it. Private dinner? Are you talking about? I had mentioned I had like a party. It was a lunch thing. But you know, basically the meeting. Oh God, he's got the big gun. The meeting I went to, it was dinner, but it was pretty nice. Didn't end up drinking though, because, well, I don't really drink, but also he's got the crappy gun. Yeah, I'd get up for work this morning, so. Holy crap, 7. Oh God, I hate you, T49. Now I'm kind of stuck here. It's like, I'm surprised, like, how did none of these guys shoot that T49? Like, literally. That just annoys the hell out of me that he didn't get popped. There we go. Thank you, T30, or ISU. It's just now I'm one-shottable by pretty much everyone and their grandma over here. I think I'm safe to go up here. Usually when I say that, though, I die. Yeah. This thing cannot bounce an FCM to save its life. I don't know why I'm kind of playing chicken with him, but there we go. Another nice shot there. But yeah, unfortunately, this week has been a little crazy as far as my work schedule goes. Hopefully next week I won't need to change anything with the stream schedule. I just know there's a slight possibility, you know, we have, at least I have forewarning about it, but we might have a last minute party booked next week. Hopefully it's not on my day off though. But that's the only reason why I'd have to change the stream schedule for next week. I'm gonna get to fixing the overlay. I noticed it like 5 minutes before I start streaming, and I'm like, shit. But that's something I can't fix really quick, so I gotta Photoshop it. Have to say, I would like to find that T30, but it seemed to have found Graham. Nah. Oh god. Well, we definitely tried, but it's another match. There was no Artie to kind of help push things forward safely. So being a lower tier with no armor is a little difficult. Anyway, though, I do have an IS3 request, so I can do another. Be a custom camo. I assume, they're gonna do emblems, and I think they're gonna, go all out with the bond thing. That way, the ranked game mode not to say it's gonna die, but for the amount of people that say they want skill-based matchmaking, it's kind of a minority a lot of the times. So, there has to be a good amount of awards to get people to stick with it. And I think the whole bond thing will come to I was gonna say, I'd like to hop in another match here. But I think the whole bond thing will come to Frontline as well. To give them a little bit of a incentive to play that as well. I was gonna say, I'm not sure if he crashed or not. But yeah, I don't. It's just I only have a. God. So I say you're not even able to. Doesn't show a thing to remove anyone from the platoon list anymore. That is odd. Okay. Let's just restart this then. As I say, unfortunately, I only have a really small amount of time here. But, yeah, I don't mean to be rude. It's just... Well, yes, pretty much that Uber. Which is why, it's already a small amount of people that want it. And then on top of that, once people experience it, like I see it in Overwatch when I play that. I play competitive Overwatch because it's actually enjoyable to play. Just when I pop on for like a match or two. Really by competitive, it's skill-based matchmaking. It's not anything like crazy. But you have people like, I don't know why I'm in this rank, I'm so much better, and then they are terrible and they end up rage quitting. But that's what skill-based matchmaker is. Not everyone's gonna be on the top. Like, honestly, like if I hop into this, I don't expect to rocket up to the top, to be honest. Like, you never know what, like, the game's gonna be different, and you never know where you're gonna slot out. But with the way Wargaming's doing it, you're still going to get basically rewards for playing. You're going to get credits, personal reserves, stuff like that. Even if you don't, say max out at, say, whatever the top rank is. Hello, Charlie. I still do like SPGs, yes. I think most people would agree that 9.18 SPGs are pretty decent now. As far as playing with them and against them. And playing as them. You don't see too many of them now, though. I've noticed that. Like, even though I think they're um, better, like not as far as doing a bunch of damage directly a lot of times, but better as far as the vehicle as a whole. Which, hello, Abdul. Nice to see you. You're over on Twitch there. I was about to say, I ended up deciding with the chat here. It only shows YouTube chat on the stream overlay here, only because it was getting a little bit confusing and jumbled up the first stream where I tried to put all of them on. So I decided just to show YouTube YouTube chat on the stream overlay, but I do have my chat window over here to where I can see everybody regardless of where you watch. Let's see, round 2 with this Pershing. Yeah, I can add the mouse to the list as well. Let's say they have a lot of people on the beach, which really amounts to nothing for them. I think we should start getting some pretty decent shots here. Just watch for this. Oh, our JPZ is back there alone. He is gonna need a wee bit of luck. Shit, that was a bad shot. Yeah, I can play the M41. Are you kidding me? 0 damage, critical hit. On a T49. I even stopped and aimed in. Like, oh my goodness. You just can't win sometimes. Yeah, this is... Oh, we're about to get capped. Hello, Glenn. Yeah. Well, hopefully Twitch works a little bit better for you, Abdul, and it buffers better. I know, you know, sometimes different services are better or worse for people as far as delays or, you know, the buffering, loading, whatnot. Yeah, I'm pushing up and this is not going to end too well, but really it's I push up and get shot by a couple people, or I sit back and eventually I die anyway. Like, this Conway's definitely going to kill me here unless I get super lucky. And I guess that counts as super lucky. We're still in this, though. They did not cap. So I am extremely hopeful I don't die by the SPG. Oh, I'm putting faith in my team resetting. I want to go kill. Stay on cap. Stay. No, Scorpion, please. Thank you. Because I can come back and... Gotta worry about this guy, to be honest. Shit, I don't want to die here, but I also have to get on the cap. I missed him. That's a pretty big mistake. Whatever, I'll ram him if it means getting him out. Because they just reset him. Awesome. Whew, that all worked out there in the end. Hello, Master Beast. Nice to see you. I think I said hello, Glenn, as well. I don't remember, honestly. I'm a little, like, scatterbrained here right now. Since, this week is, even though work has been really slow, the amount of hours I've had to put in have, you know, been pretty damn high. I'm not exactly used to it. Just keep capping, guys. Like, why are you gonna... You know, the T-54 is there anyway. So, you might as well just frickin' cap it out. So... Thank you very much, Charlie. I'm glad chat looks better, Labobo. But yeah, pretty decent match. Top 3 damage for both of us in a tier 10 battle. That's not too shabby, even for an IS 3. If that T-54 they threw the win away, yeah, I'd still. The reason I always say never get off the cap, because in the Scorpions, even though the T-54 went to them, it's still in their best interest to cap, because you still gain some experience or credits or what have you from capping. So it's better for them just to sit there and shoot at the T-54 if it came to them. But yeah, sorry if I'm gonna try this setup with the chat, basically YouTube chat only on the stream overlay, and see how that works. It's just thank you, Macaulay. If it does get a little bit confusing, me talking to other people off the overlay, basically if I add the chat onto basically having all services on it like I did last stream, it will work. It's just honestly, to me, it's a little harder to read. I would have to put a little background behind it so it wouldn't be completely see-through. And I'd also have to add a separate little chat window off to the side, which would only show YouTube super chats, but it would be like in the top, center or left corner or something like that, right underneath that top overlay on the screen, like up here. But it's just something where I'm still toying around with it. I don't really have a ton of time, so I settled on this. I had 2 options in front of me, so I picked this one because that's what I thought looked the best for now. So T125, I can play that. Sorry if I missed that request. Oh, 3 hours. That's pretty long. What happened with that? Not right now, Craze Missile. The only reason I don't have to pay for a data cap through Comcast is because in New Jersey they don't have one, only because Verizon's pretty big here in New Jersey. Not where I'm at specifically, but that's just because it only goes to the township directly above me. But Comcast still doesn't have any data caps in New Jersey because of Verizon. Who knows with the whole net neutrality thing potentially being repealed here? I'm not exactly happy about it, because nor should any of you guys, honestly. Basically what it means is, the way I relate it to, say, like, if my parents ask about it, is not to throw you guys in the same boat as them. But basically it means that they can treat the internet more or less like, say, Comcast and other cable companies treat cable TV right now. So you'll have to pay for, essentially accessing certain parts of the internet. They can lock behind, they can throttle, say, games, they can throttle Netflix, all totally legal after that point. And basically you'd have to buy different packages. Like, then I'd probably have to pay, like, say if a data cap did come to New Jersey, which if this whole net neutrality thing doesn't stick, it probably would at that point, because Comcast and Verizon be like, hey, let's just do this shit together. I'd have to pay an extra $50 a month to be able to stream, just solely based off of an arbitrary data cap. So I'm not exactly happy about it. Which, hello, Penny. Don't ask why it took 3 hours. I'd say usually it takes me about like 45 minutes for everything to download, install, update, whatnot, if I do a fresh install. Well, unfortunately, reducing order at work, which is kind of like me being slow sitting there. Um, I can't exactly lug my desktop computer there, unfortunately. But yeah, whenever I change like any of my images, like that you see like when I'm not streaming, or this chat overlay here, I gotta do everything down, like I have to make it kind of perfect, like in line, and I got to do that in Photoshop. So computers and kitchens don't exactly mix very well. Ah, crap, why did I do that? Well, yeah, World of Tanks is a pretty complex game, so it's like hell. There's sometimes where when I'm doing like a guide or something for my website, which I've sorely been neglecting, but I'll still be like, huh, I never knew that. Like, you can't know everything about tanks. Anyone who tells you that they know everything is obviously full of themselves. Ah, shit, I hate that 907. Yep, it's a 140 now. Alright, so I guess I'm just gonna mosey here, and yeah. I guess I'll try to back up here. It's just my armor, I don't... Nope, I'm dead. Yep, there's an E4, and... It sucks when... Again, this is another match with no arty. If you don't... once you fall back on numbers, it's not to say impossible to win a match without arty, but it's highly unlikely. Because it all just comes down to the other team just slowly moving up and picking you off. No problem, Macaulay. Yeah, thanks for the matches, free. Sorry, I guess you ended up crashing halfway through that last battle there. Yeah. Well, honestly, like, looking at the data cap, because they, like with Comcast, they still show, they get, even though I don't have a data cap, they send on my bill, I've noticed, after the first couple months of me switching my internet package to a higher thing, they actually send me something now with how much data I use on like little bar charts. And even though it says like it doesn't charge anything, it strongly advises you not to use that much data. Gotta love it. You pay, what is it, between all the stuff I have through them, like cable and internet, and the phone I don't use, because don't think anyone my age uses the landline anymore. But unfortunately, got to get the landline to get that upload speed. Gotta love it. Like $150 or something I pay. Like, and just because I pay you that doesn't mean you can bitch that I use my internet. So, but even with that, I barely get over like, what is it, 500 gigabyte that most people have a data cap. Like I max out usually in a month. I get like, I think like 650 to like 750 gigabytes. I end up using. That's only because Ryan and we don't download a lot of stuff, so almost all of that's my upload getting, eating that up. Which current arty line would I recommend? If you like accuracy, go with the French one. If you like all around goodness, go with the American one. And the third of the list, only because the mid tiers are outside of the FE304, the British one is pretty good because the N tier ones have that high shell arc, so you can hit behind cover. But it's just, outside of that, and the FV304, the mid tier ones are kind of like eh. But I'd probably go French accuracy, American all around greatness. Pick between one of the two. You can't go wrong there. Personally, I'd probably go the American one, but then again, I love American tanks, so might be a little bit biased. Let's guess, no, 1390, I was trying to help you here. It's kind of failing a little bit, but another 0 damage critical hit on a frickin' light tank today. Just trying to block you. Thank you for not dying. Okay, well, 1 terabyte's not bad. IS-6 is a pretty good tank. Definitely needs a little bit of APCR though. But if anyone else has any more tank requests, like I am gonna do a couple doubles here. I do have an M41 and an E5 request. I'm gonna throw in 1 tank I need to double next, then get to them. After that, though, I have no more requests, so feel free to request away. Well, the German line's not bad. It's just, honestly, I don't exactly like them because as you get towards the end tiers, to me, they're not statistically better than, say, an American SPG. However, your tank is frickin', the size of a mouse almost. And as an RD, that's not like the end all be all. However, when it comes down to it, I'd rather have a tank that's smaller and say like the M53, M55 compared to the GW Tiger. Smaller, has a semi-functional turret, and it's just better. So that's why I would say Americans over Germans. They're not bad, it's just to me, their SPGs aren't as appealing as other nations. I say I'm still using filthy premium rounds, but hello, Russian person. I can't translate your name right now, but I'll gladly say hello to you. What is it? Privet? Yeah, I can do the E50, I7, and the VK45 of 2B. That guy, I would guess that T-49 is going to die, so I'm just going to leave it be. Danny, unfortunately I don't have the Sheridan. I do have the T-49, but I do not have the Sheridan. Awesome, Graham. I saw your shell fly towards him. I was about to say, I think Nightbot is a little drunk right now. I haven't seen him in... I haven't seen him in the chat yet, which shit. Granted, sometimes when Nightbot doesn't work, it's nothing that Nightbot can do. Which I thank you very much, Expecto, for the subscription. Which a very nice match, Graham. Our T30 did a pretty damn good job too. Next request. I'm just trying to move along at a. All right, I'll hop into M41, then I'll do a tank. I need to get a double. But now what I was gonna say, I completely forget. These requests here, I gotta. The 30. Oh, the Nightbot. Sometimes the reason some things like that don't work is the way Google and Twitch is, they probably have less restrictions, but Google's API, so essentially what Nightbot uses to, connect to YouTube and function back and forth. If it reaches like a certain limit, that way it's not someone's like spamming and flooding Google, like denial of servicing them for the day. It kind of cuts it out for the day. So that's something I've noticed with Nightbot, and that's on like a every single streamer on YouTube level, and not just Nightbot. So essentially, a company has to then request more data to be able to use from Google, up it, and yeah. But well, yeah, the 261, it's a pretty good arty. It is really accurate. I just the rest of the arty line's okay. It's just, again, I'm a little bit biased when it comes to SPGs. I like Americans a little bit much. Well, the T-3485M, getting to that, I would say that's the best tank out of, say, that and a Rudy. Ever since they buffed it, last patch or the patch before, whatever one it was, it's pretty freaking awesome. Which it's a little concerning that nobody's shooting the tanks I'm spotting. Like, yeah, I guess I'm gonna just mosey along here. Who needs to? Granted, it doesn't help that there's 2 people on my blacklist, but in a match with no SPGs, it's kind of depressing that, yeah. But the T-3485M, since it's gotten buffed, it's pretty freaking awesome. But the Berlin tanks, they're good as well. There's no problem with getting them. And the Thunderbolt coming up, honestly, that's going to be a really good premium tank too if you're into mid-tier Sherman tanks. But yeah, really, it's up to you whether it all comes down to what you need. Whether it's one of the Berlin tanks and the crews that go with them, or you want like a Russian medium. The 85M, is a cheaper medium to be able to get a crew trainer on. Doesn't make as much credits as say a tier 8 one, but it's definitely a good buy from a performance aspect, and also crew training. Which hello Darko, nice to see you. I usually do not drink coffee when I have to get up tomorrow morning. I actually drank a little bit here because I'm a little bit tired. Usually I get 2 days off a week, but I kind of had like a half day off this week. Even though I'm slow at work, I still clean stuff, scrub stuff, organize. In a way, you kind of do a little bit more sometimes when you're slow than you're busy from a physical standpoint. Let's say, yeah, this T-49 is charging on us. And we don't have anyone in the base to stop him. It's just very good time for them to move up. I'm just gonna move a little bit, so hopefully I don't get hit as quickly. Shit. I was a little bit off there. A little bit off there as well. That would have gotten him out. Here we go. 3rd time's a charm. Oh shit. There. Yeah, that's coming from that direction. Yep, I need to mosey on away from here. Hello, Groza. And I'm dead. Granted, I shouldn't have drove straight line away from that. Our team, though, like, they're all sitting all the way in the freaking back. Like, that's not how you win map control, especially with no Artie. So, yeah. Awesome. So, next up, I was going to do a tank. I need to get a double on. So, why don't I actually... I'll stick with light here, because the T49 I'm grinding as well. After that, may get to the T125. Hello, Pezmed. Nice to see you. Hello, Jay Scott as well. Yeah, I'm hoping come next week I'm a little less frazzled. It always, for anyone, you know, who takes time off from work, like, not that I took time off, we're just closed. It's always the first full week back's kind of like, panic mode. Hey, this looks familiar. Your name is Surga? Let's see, Graham's gonna go there, so I'll poke out this way a little bit. I'm spotted regardless, so... awesome. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter if my ammo rack is damaged if I'm not gonna make it out of this. So I might as well just wait. Hello?
Which would you prefer, go in the fridge, fruit punch or mango passion fruit?
Should we let them decide?
Sure.
The second one. Oh crap. I think somebody knows you're hiding in that bush, Graham. No, it is not a fridge behind me. He's talking about the fridge elsewhere in the house. I actually thought about kind of pulling a prank on a few of you guys and like making it like basically putting little pieces of paper taped up to make it look like a fridge and drawing on it with like permanent marker. And yeah, I haven't done that yet. I kind of spoiled it though. Oh shit. Oh god. He's got the big gun too. Ah! I almost fell off. Yeah, screaming helps you not fall off cliffs. I'm doing pretty well. How are yourself? Yeah, I'd say the 261 is pretty good at that. Leske. This is the downside of playing lights, is if you don't have Artie, you're pretty much relying on your teammates to shoot at things when you spot them. And if they don't do that, then shit out of luck, unfortunately. Not that I can really spot too many things right now, because it is Malanovka. I like Malanovka, but it's not exactly my favorite map when you're a light tank late in a game like this. Or not late, but after the team already set up, if your team's not exactly doing that well. How do I don't know what you mean by that. How do I have so much time? I don't have a lot of time. I don't know. That's more than I do. I'm still in the 400s with spotting. Granted, yeah, I guess I'm just gonna sit back. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit here. Okay. Spotting's getting me nowhere. Awesome. I didn't even know how that is possible because I had 6 cents. I'm fairly sure of it, and it never went off as far as what I think. That was extremely odd, to be honest. Oh my, yeah. I don't even know how he killed him, unless I missed the light bulb, but I don't think I did. Did they remove game mode on YouTube? What do you mean by that, Penny? Like, did they remove YouTube gaming? No, they did not, if you're asking that. Pretty much the URL, if you should just be able to switch to night mode with YouTube gaming, if that's what you're asking. It's alright, Groza. Doing my best to understand. Sorry, I'm just, it's a little hot in here right now, to be honest. And I'm just gonna cool it down a little bit. The wonders of technology. Hello, Neil. Nice to see you. I think I want to head this way. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe. Sure, why not? I don't know where I want to go. There we go. Yeah, if you can't find a button, all you do is you put gaming dot in front of the YouTube and the URL, and it brings you right to it. I kind of agree, Neil. Honestly, though, I was definitely not spotted there in that last match. Like, enough time had passed to where I guess he has blind fired me. Which, hello, John. Nice to see you. Hello, Silver Ghost. Over on Twitch. Yeah. Hopefully next week I might tinker around with trying to figure out a way to get all chats on the screen again and make it look a little nicer. And let you guys decide, if it's, legible or not. Because from my standpoint, it was a little bit harder to read than the YouTube chat here. Again, there's no freaking Artie. Like, where's all the Artie? I guess everyone's platooning and nobody's playing Artie today. Not to say I hate playing a game without any Artie, but to me it just boils down to a lot of one-sided matches. I don't know if they just shot at me or if they shot at Graham. Guess we'll find out. I think they just shot at Graham. But... okay. Let's just possibly get a couple of these little buildings out. Never mind. I thought they were on the other side of it. They be not. Yeah, I saw 9.18 land it on EU. Hopefully everyone's enjoying it over there. Yes, I can play the WZ-111 and the Scorpion G for you, Abdul. Maybe when she's a little less busy, John. I can float it again. Right now, she is about 3 weeks away from graduating, so she's still pretty busy when it comes to school. Hello, Vinny. Specials for what? Like the Berlin and like T-34-85M, stuff like that? I would say they come around three times a year. Usually a spring, a fall, or a spring, late summer, and a winter one. So, since it's always high demand to get them, for people that might have just picked the game up, stuff like that, they always put them out there a few times a year. I would say 9.18, after the first few days and people, get over the changes and get used to them. And by get over, I mean the people complaining about them. That way, the game's less toxic while playing it. It does mellow out and it becomes a more enjoyable game than 9.17. God damn, I keep hitting them in the frickin' one spot of the side armor that I can't frickin' penetrate. Come on, pull back. Pull back. Or not. Saying they're inching pretty close to where they're gonna... I should be able to pen him sometimes. It's just I hit him a little bit too high up, and that's a pretty strong spot on the cupola of the Type 4 and 5. Just, honestly, like, there's nowhere really for me to reposition to get myself in a better spot at this very moment. It's just, without any arty, it basically gets sitting there watching tanks pop out, pop back, basically back and forth, plinking at each other until someone dies. Like, it's a little bit less dynamic. Ah, nice, Vinny. Yeah, myself along with a lot of people would like the Chieftain on the PC. I don't know if it's coming anytime soon, though. Oh, nice one, Graham. That poor soul just got ammo racked. Which, case in point, the T-57 and this other T-57 looks like they got fed up with waning. They made a choice, and without any arty, it's pretty... It pretty much punishes you when teams are equally matched mid-game and one team makes a push, because it usually goes pretty bad, and camping kind of is king when there isn't artillery. It's just sitting and letting the enemy make the first mistake, which I might make a mistake here by moving up. Which, yeah, this T10 is unfortunately now I thought we could move up. However, our guys in the middle are still hanging back a little bit too far. I guess I'm just going to go back to sitting in the bush. Yep. Gotta double up some bushes here and sit and wait. Chieftain is sore subject. Hey, I warned you about the 215B. It's not, I like playing it at times, but it's a really hard tank to get the most out of. Very nice. They got that T-30 out. It's mainly just getting these freaking tanks out here in the center. There we go. Awesome. I will move up now, so we can potentially get this little bugger out over here. And by potentially, I mean probably not. Never mind. Nicely done, Graham. Your T95E4 and Type 4 on the other side, so if all goes well, we're pushing. Yeah, Bat Chat, we're moving. Bombs away. Not exactly the best for me to ram an E75, but it takes him out. I'd rather, what was it? Yeah, 393 damage from ramming. I'd rather take that than for him to shoot me. So, yeah. Hopefully I don't crash here. I am typing while driving. Hello, Big Easy Snow. Nice to see you. T20. I have not seen that. I don't know if you're joking or if it's on Blitz or something, but yeah, I've not seen that. Granted, I haven't. I saw the 9.19 news, but I've been even though slow at work, I haven't exactly had time to really peruse like all the tank and other game like websites I follow to keep up on news. Hello, Jay Scott. Nice to see you. Alright, so next up here was a 7 request, which, hey, we won that Bulldog match. Holy crap. But very nice job. That's a pretty damn good match there. So next up, I-7. I was about to say, is it the T25 Pilot, just paint it black? If it is, then I don't know if many people are gonna get it. The Type 59 black version. Oh, very nice. I don't think I have a mark on the E50 yet. Let's see if I... Oh god, I guess... I have so many windows over here now. I haven't exactly figured out how I want to set up my second screen here for everything. Let's see, I don't really see anything as far as their specials to go with a black tank, but unless you're talking about the Thunderbolt. Oh, that is also very true. I was thinking about going north, but I think my team is going to need me. Holy crap, never mind. They got a lot of people down there. I wasn't expecting that many to go south. I guess I'm going to head back up this way. What, just a black T25, what, Pilot? Yeah, the black thing, honestly, I don't get why anyone would buy a black version. Honestly, even if you love a tank, but I guess some people get them, but because really, if you wanted the black thing, the black camouflage, that's somewhere where you can just use a mod to put it on. It's like mods started out mainly for camouflages and stuff, and it's really easy just to pop one on and have black camouflage. So shot to ground. Can someone please kill that T-57? Because... Oh, awesome. I have a TVP shooting at me now. Let's see, that... never mind. This T-57's moved on up here. I'm really surprised that all the girls have not shot that T-57. That's literally just sitting there right in the open. Like... It's not like there's much for them to shoot down there, so I guess I'm gonna go spot him again now. There isn't. There's one already. Yeah. Well, yeah, the cheap black tanks, like the mutts and stuff, for people that didn't have them, it was well worth getting. Like, you know, especially if you liked playing. Oh god, he's throwing heat. What a prick. I'm honestly not even using APCR because he should be dead by now. There we go. Awesome. But yeah. But all the power to people, you know. There's nothing wrong with spending your money on whatever you want. Like I've bought the M4 improved. You know, it wasn't much money, but still, I bought it going in like, am I really buying this? But I really like playing M4 Shermans, and especially at the time, I played them a lot, you know, and alright, I'm gonna need to get in a little bit closer to help out here. And I'm gonna load one APCR, which, hello, nice cuppa, nice to see you. Which I'm looking at the other, I'm just curious, you know, I'm streaming right now to YouTube, Twitch. There's also, it looks really interesting, honestly. Not many people watch things over there, but it's called Beam, beam.pro. It's basically the newest streaming service out there. Like right now, what I can upload to them, I don't know if I'll keep uploading because it's capped at 3,500 kilobits a second like Twitch used to be. But their website, it looks pretty darn cool from when I was popping around on it. But I don't think many people know about it to justify streaming there all the time. Oh god. Would say, was I really playing chicken there? And I aimed at the right spot and got him. But yeah. Let's make his life a little bit harder here. I poked a hole in his wall, but I thought the type was going to be there to fire, and he wasn't. Shit, it's just... This is where an SPG would be nice. He could just whack him and take him out. I guess I can just track him and that'll be decent. And the JPZ got me on the right. Honestly though, because I'm not really annoyed right now, but if you remember, there's like 3 tanks over here, and these guys just barely made it to the cap right now. And yeah, don't know why there's 2 people just sitting all the way back behind them, but anyway, moving on to the, what is that? I'm trying to remember what this request is. I think I botched it and wrote it down wrong. Oh, the VK4502B. There we go. I wrote down whatchamajig. I wrote down FV2 or FV4502. I'm like, oh, what did I? I'm doing pretty well, Big Easy. How are you doing? I'd probably go IS7 over the 4, but they both have their roles. Right now, nice cuppa. I've got 2 tanks after this, so I still have time for a few more requests because I'm going to be throwing in some tanks I need to double as well. Yeah, I was wondering what like I saw Beam and it looks pretty cool. But if nobody watches on it, then what's the point? And I'm also streaming to Hitbox, but we'll see. Even the request, yeah. But hopefully by next week I'll have everything. I'll have kind of what I need to, like my window over here on the left. I usually have it all laid out exactly how I like it. Um, right now it's a jumbled mess. It's confusing me a little bit. I keep looking like for the chat, and the chat's in a different spot. Yada yada yada. But yeah, I feel you there, Pesmet. I'm pretty damn tired as well, to be honest. Yeah, I can pay the FV 304. Honestly, the patch. It hit on EU. Nice cuppa. Like you saw me, I think I played it a stream or two ago, and it's still about the same, honestly. Um, it just doesn't have stun like some of the other tanks, the SPGs. But really like the NA server. Like you don't see many people bitching about the 9.18 patch now. But since it just hit EU, um, the first few days you're gonna have all the trolls and everyone coming out of their little uh, caves underneath the bridges, or from the caves in Denmark. But hopefully some people get the joke. But after the first few days, that dies down and people start realizing like, this isn't that bad. Like wargaming, they're not stupid. Like for as much as they might screw up sometimes, and you might not agree with them, they're not stupid to completely ruin their game without putting a little bit of thought into it. This is probably gonna hurt. Whoop, or not. I was about to say, I had a feeling I was gonna bounce off of him. They're selling a super FE304 on console. I could just imagine if they did that on PC. Holy crap, he really wants me. You are fine by me to shoot me once. We're just gonna kill you. I don't know why people chase to get damage on me sometimes. That T-49 just freaking careened off the side. Oh, okay. The T-25s for console. That's what I was thinking. Is when you were talking about it, I was about to say I probably would have saw that if it was for PC, because even though I'm busy at work, I do always check World of Tanks PC news in case something like big comes out, and yeah, console has a lot of those special premium tanks and this and that. You're gonna throw heat at me, I'm gonna throw frickin' APCR at your cupola, make you whine a little bit about it. Just trying to bait a shot from him, but I'm sure that E5's hiding in his little corner like, he's hurting me. Hey, I was only gonna throw a couple APCR and then move in, but If you start throwing heat out of an E5, all bets are off. I'm tired of getting shot by E5s with heat. Here we go. I didn't even have to shoot him to kill him. The KV2 still does, yes. Nice cover. Yeah, I knew I botched that, but I went with it. I just went with it. Now that I'm back to work, some of these later in the day streams, you know, it takes some things with a grain of salt because I've been awake since 4 a.m. You can burn water, Panza. Pretty much coffee. Even though I drink coffee a little bit now, I would say it does pretty much taste like burnt water. Yes, pretty nice match, Graham. Nice job. Let's say muzzle break. That's my old clan I used to be in there. The guy that got most amount of damage. All right, so WZ 111's up here for the next tank. Hello, Jay Scott over on Twitch. I can kind of believe it, Darko. Sometimes there's some bad losing streaks. I would say the only tanks that probably won't enjoy 9.18, and by tanks I mainly mean players, are players that really like playing artillery to one-shot people. And that's, I think all the other changes, even if you really like lights and don't agree with some of the changes, I still feel like they're better in this patch with the matchmaking and the changes. They perform better in my opinion. But yeah. Well, they can be cheese trolls, Pesmed, if they're hiding in Denmark caves or Danish caves. A battle for ranters and whiners. They would all sit in a corner and PK their own arty or something. I was about to say, I am tempted to push the hill. I think Graham kind of thought the same thing, to be honest, too. Which, believe it or not, you can burn water. I know that might have been a joke. Panza, what you said on Discord here. But, and by burn water, I mean you cook it down to where there's nothing. But, once you reduce water, especially if you have like city water or hard water, and it gets to like under half as far as reducing it, the amount, it starts tasting pretty nasty. I would consider that burnt, technically. Vinny, it's same as YouTube, not exactly. YouTube, it's Cody Menz 04. On Twitch, I believe it's C_Menz, but in the video description beneath the YouTube here, there is links to all the other streams I have going. My go-to tank in a ranked battle, that's hard to say. It would probably be some medium or heavy tank, as far as not like a slow heavy tank, but say like T57, T110E5. Basically something that's a little bit flexible, more or less. Because if you're playing a ranked battle, the more options you have available to yourself, the better in my eyes, because you're not going to be screwed over by a map and different circumstances. That hurt a little bit. Let's say, I don't want to go down here, but I don't mean to ditch you guys. It's just, we're definitely going to lose if there's nobody down here to potentially slow them down to our base and arty. I would normally agree. Alright, let me get through this difficult scenario right now. I'm not surprised that I missed that. We're just, yeah, we a little screwed here. I love it when you show him your turret like that. Don't love that though. I should have penned him. That was a low roll if there ever was one. He can damage me now. Yep, and I'm tracked. Come on, repair. I should have advanced on him, but yeah. I know I'm going to get flanked now. He's got the advantage because his team's actually winning. And yeah. Plus he's got a lot more armor than I do. Oh well. Probably shouldn't have went to the hill, but oh, thank you very much. 1390. Yeah, I'm screwed either way. Oh god. Hey, I like the T62A over to 140 for a while. Yeah, so we got the Scorpion G up next here. But all right, let me get the Scorpion G up here. But as far as the hill in Himmelsdorf, I wouldn't exactly say it's useless. Like, the reason I don't do a lot of videos like some people do where, not to call them clickbait, but where it's like a blanket statement as far as like going here is not a good idea. Like, granted, I haven't seen the videos, so I don't know if he goes into different scenarios, but the hill in Himmelsdorf, I usually don't go up there because by the time you get up there, your team has either fallen behind or you've wasted like the first 2 minutes to be able to get quick damage in, which is usually important. However, the hill in Himmelsdorf, it's still the highest point of the map, and oftentimes I like to go to flanks where like you're able to fight on the hill, of course, but you're also able to support the center on Himmelsdorf and also the opposite side of Himmelsdorf, the train tracks. So not only do you support your, own flank if you decide to push it, but you can also support, I would say, conservatively about 60% of the rest of the map. So it's a pretty important part to have, and if you don't have it, it is a pretty crucial blow to your team potentially. But it all comes down to how your team makeup is, the enemy team. Is there arty? Is there no arty? What tier you are in the match, stuff like that. But usually I would say it's not the best for you personally to go up there unless, you think it's in your team's best interest or your best interest. But, yeah. Years. Well, I've only had the 140, for a little bit here. Well, yes. It does depend on the mode. Like, encounter mode, almost always you should go to the hill. And really the only time you don't go to the hill is if you're in as slow slow as a snail tank, and you get spawned on the bottom of the hill. Then you just turn and go along the, what is it, like the 7-8 line, and push at the bottom of the hill and flank them. But again, you know, I haven't seen the video in question, but you know, the good thing about World of Tanks is, you know, like even though I make map strategies, like every single match is different. Like when I make a map strategy, typically I lay out and I jot down what works in most battles. But is it, you know, end all be all? No. It's like most maps have the, you know, the standard like layout for your team and where people are going to go and how the match is going to play out. But you know, at least like 25% of the matches that you go into, you come across like some random strategy that the enemy team has come up with, and it's just something where you never can prepare for it. Plus you throw RNG in there, and you know, you got yourself a little conundrum as far as making statements on how a certain map and flank and stuff works out. Ooh, he tricked me a little bit. I was like, is he behind that other building? See ya, Master. Thanks for watching. Hello, Andrew. I'm gonna venture to guess his RU's gonna get him. But I will say, you know, typically I don't disagree with Lemon's videos. I just, you know, I've never seen this one. I know he's aiming here. Never mind, they beat me to it. Yeah, everyone has their own, you know, opinion and different play style. It's kind of what I was trying to say, but kind of failing. You know, that's the great thing about World of Tanks is, you know, there is a right and wrong thing to do usually, but you know, there's a lot of wiggle room depending on the specific match in question and how you play. There's Artie, and I'm scared. And also him. Well, oh, are you talking about me as far as my usually what I say, but or him selling premium tanks? I don't know if he's a community contributor, but if he is, that's part of it. They do have a certain agenda that they are not required to, but strongly should suggest it that they push. But, you know, wargaming doesn't twist your arm and leg over it, but, you know, you do kind of feel inclined if you're a community contributor to do that, but yeah. That's always nice. I don't like watching people who are like pricks and, you know, angry while playing the game. Like, yeah, I think I said, I forget who it was, nor would I badmouth someone directly. I tried not to, because yeah, it's not a nice thing to do. But there's one streamer, there was like a few hundred people watching him, and he basically flat out said like, I don't even really want to play World of Tanks tonight, but you know, you guys watch and that's what you guys pay me for, so I'm just gonna play it here. And he proceeded to basically bitch and complain every match. Like, you know, I get that's what your viewers want, but are you really gonna just like, you know, act like that? Like, I'm just gonna let them all chase after him. I don't feel like driving that far. It's too late in the day. So it wasn't an ace tanker. Abdul did request this, but for Scorpion G, I would say this was an alright match for me, especially tier 10. Definitely didn't do as good as their Scorpion G, but usually in the Scorpion G, it's like cringeworthy watching me sometimes. So right now, I will get to the FV304. Let me get one tank. I need to get a double win here. Let me pop into the type here. I've seen a few of his videos, you know, because you guys kept mentioning him. I would say I don't exactly like his style of videos. They are very well produced though, and you know he does a good job for his videos. Just I don't. That's not what I like to watch. Basically Uber. That's what I shoot for a Scorpion G or tanks like that. No problem, Abdul. Well, more or less, you know, John, it's with the way World of Tanks is, you have like I don't even know how many tanks, like 350, 450, somewhere in that range. Plus, you have the infinite amount, or not infinite, but the amount of different equipment, ammunition, consumable combinations. Add on top of that the crew combinations and maps, different teams, RNG for your damage and penetration. So basically, yeah, you know, you're never going to see the same thing twice. Even if you play like 50,000 battles, nothing will ever be the same. Whereas, you know, take, I don't know, say like even Overwatch or like League of Legends, because they're popular games. You don't see exactly the same thing, but sometimes, you know, you're playing against the same like teams and heroes, and yeah, it gets, you know, playing against the same thing over and over. So the type closing in, this will the type 5 will probably be the first tier 10 I get out of the tanks I'm grinding, but I still have, I think, a minimum 100,000 experience to go on it. So closing in slowly. Oh, he just got. Wow. Help. Yeah, I'm gonna get shot here again and damaged, but especially the mouse is using APCR, which kudos to him. Like I'm using premium HE round, but try to hit him on the turret roof. You sound like Klaus right now. His videos are pretty funny. Very nice silver. If you have all those tier 10s. I definitely don't have 33 of them. Nice little shot in there. I took some damage though, unfortunately. That's a nice analogy. Except for I'm terrible at chess. Oh, why couldn't you just sit there? Come on, come back. Or I shot a freaking shed. I probably would play the Type 5 or Type 4 a little bit more. If like matches take a little longer in this because it's slow, but if it wasn't so expensive because I end up using premium HE rounds. Only because they're just 100% flat out better than the standard rounds, and Wargaming knew it, and yeah. Yeah, let's... Oh my god, I missed them. That's what I get. I was trying to squeeze out and one-shot him there by hitting him. I always see that guy, Joe Biden. He's on the enemy team, the AMX-30. I see his username like every single stream. It's creepy. If I was trying to hit the turret roof, because it looked like he had the stock turret on ST1, and turret roof is fairly thin, which I'm going to switch over to standard HE here, which Joe Biden's going to kill me. Knew it was coming. I sucked at this one. Alright, so I'm going to hop into a FV304 match here. Gotta leave the platoon to be able to do that. Really wish they would just add in the option for one SPG to platoon. That would be nice. Are we going to have a chess versus backgammon fight in the chat here? Is it called backgammon? Honestly, I don't know. I know what you're talking about, but yeah. Hopefully nobody's watching me out of my window here. Usually I have this window closed, but I could see people like, oh, that guy's talking to himself. Alright, which I will say tomorrow, like I'm hoping I can use tomorrow. Ryan, she's gonna be working at night, but I'm gonna try to catch up on some things I need to definitely catch up on since I've been busy. But if for whatever reason I find myself with a little bit of extra time, I might pop on for like an hour or so for a stream. So don't be surprised if you see me on. It probably won't be until like 6, 7, 8 p.m. So yeah. But it kind of depends on how work goes too. If I'm a little exhausted after work, I'm not gonna hop on streaming. I have a pretty busy day ahead. Saturday, I got two parties. They're not big though, to pull off at the same time without having anybody extra in that day. Please don't shoot. Oh no. There we go. I was just say I knew my tank was like facing down, so I wasn't able to shoot as far. Ah, thanks GW. You're a real pal. Might be easier to say what World of Tanks isn't like. And I had a really bad joke. It's not like Armored Warfare because people actually play World of Tanks. Oh, I'm probably gonna piss somebody off by saying that. I don't think anybody watching right now though. What's coming in 9.18? Oh, the one SPG per platoon silver. I hope they do that. Which I am like missing all my shots here, which is a typical FE304 match for myself. Oh, there's that GW. He's doing a really good job. He's not helping me out by hitting these guys where I could have hit that M6. Whoops. I would hope that they add into 1 SPG per platoon, but they might stick to their guns here and not include it. It's not out of the realm of possibility. Well, that's what I was kind of thinking of doing, John. Honestly, because I need so many credits. Like, if I ever pop on like a off-schedule stream, that's probably what I'll be doing, is just playing tier 8 premiums. Yeah, I'm not gonna hit him. It was worth a shot. Alright, so I did 194 damage here. I was hoping I could squeeze in between them, but I kind of misjudged that. I thought he was going to turn a little sooner. No. That was kind of on me, but yeah, he obviously was not looking... He was not looking at where I was at either. Alright, I cannot flip myself 2 streams in a row. That was a little embarrassing, ending the stream with a flip last time. I can't reach him. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, if I hit him there. Hey, I even got in like the perfect spot this match. Helped my team in the 1-2 line. Just didn't work out for me. Really? You're gonna pull back on me? Somebody actually suggested that they add stun to the JPZ 100, the FV215B 183, the KV2, since they have high caliber guns. Oh, that would... people would like revolt. Yeah, they've kind of been doing that for a bit, John. Like, if you log into the premium shop, it's like one available just for you. You can't gift them. Yeah. It's like the only ones you can buy in game. I don't think they're ever gonna add more. I don't know. That's still not in there. I remember you saying that. I thought they added it back in this patch, but they didn't. Yeah, I was about to say the only ones you could buy here were like the really, really crappy ones. So, which if anybody else, it's towards the end of the stream here, but if anybody else wanted to hop into the platoon, you can feel free. I just, I don't want to send a blanket invite to everybody, and only because playing on the stream here, typically I guess do tank requests. So the Type 4 game, did we end up losing that? Yep, we end up losing that. Especially, I got about a little bit of time here, like 23 minutes. Very nice job. Which I'm glad it looks like everything as far as the stream went, well again. Now that it's 2 streams in and there hasn't been any problems, it helps me a little bit with figuring out how I want to do this. I'd like to stream to Facebook, but that's a whole different ball game. So. But I do think, regardless of what I'm streaming to, I'm always going to keep YouTube as the center, like, anchor, and base everything else around that. even though right now. Oh, is that your username, Silver? Yeah, I can invite you after this, or message me in game. Usually that's the easiest way for me. Only because I was looking a little bit deeper. I don't think I said this on the stream last time, but I think I said it on Discord. The whole Twitch affiliate thing that they started last week, where it's basically under partner level, but it's easier to get. They snuck in there like partners. So whereas partners can't stream any other place except for Twitch, Twitch affiliates can't stream any other place the same stream, and they can't upload it anywhere else for 24 hours. So it's kind of the same thing where, yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to opt into it. I'm just going to stream to Twitch, but I'm not going to dive into the whole monetization thing. Got a little tongue-tied there. But it's just right now there's so many people angry at YouTube for the whole. There's a lot of advertisers and things switching up as far as how ads and stuff go on YouTube. I don't know if anyone's like read or heard about it, but like even not that I make a ton of money off of my website or ads on videos here. It basically pays to cover what it costs for me to basically operate the website, plus a little bit of wiggle room to buy like some gold and stuff for World of Tanks. Like I noticed the past month, like a lot of advertisers, if you look up the news of like YouTube, like advertiser boycott, a lot of YouTubers have been getting basically hit by advertisers pulling all ads on their channel, even though they're not like bad creators or controversial or anything. Basically everything I've earned the past month when it comes to ads has been like cut in half. So it's pretty much just like barely paying to have the website up and operating, which kind of sucks, you know. Like this is a hobby for me. I don't, expect to, quit my day job. But for those who do it for a living, I kind of feel bad for them because, it's kind of just typical people overreacting for no reason. Hello, Joey. Nice to see you. Well, that too, Andrew. Yes. I'll say Twitch. Like, I've commented on Twitch before and definitely badmouth them, but it was all, based off of facts as far as the bitrate. They did raise it to where it's not on the same level as YouTube, but for what I stream to YouTube, 1080p, 30 frames per second, they're both, pretty much equal as far as quality for that goes. Comcast ever decides to up my upload speed, I will definitely be changing my mind about that, because I'd be able to stream at 1080p 60 frames per second without worrying about dropping a frame or two. Alright, you are doing a very good job at annoying me, but thanks E4, I didn't even see him there. You fail to remember that I am in a medium tank, and I'm gonna get myself into some trouble here. Ooh, nice. Saw the T92 shot too, so a little bit of time here to... Actually, I'm gonna leave the T92 alone, because he's been doing a pretty good job on this Strev over here. Where might as well give him a two different fronts to have to work on. Alright, he's got him pretty easily now. Hello, Hallman. I did hear about 9.19, yes. Yes, Wyatt. I haven't really talked about. I do have Amazon affiliate stuff like on WoT Guru, Men's Gaming now, and also there is a link in the video description. I think here, like a link to Amazon. But basically, buying anything through like the Amazon links or the link beneath here. Basically, this month they're running a special. You get 12% of whatever someone buys, and usually I think it's 6 or 7% you get. Um, so yes, I do get something from that, and it's no cost to you. Pretty decent match though. The three heavyweights kind of carried us. I was about to say it was Silver Ghost, I believe, that asked first. Are you on my block list? You're on my block list for some reason. Why are you on my block list? But I don't know why I would block you. But obviously you did something in the past. No hard feelings. But it's towards the end here. I think that's the second time that has happened that I've had someone on my block list before. Well, that's a wrong thing. At least I think that is. I will death. It's probably not this stream now. But what was up after this? I've got too many windows. I got windows over there, windows over here. But I'll send you an invite if you would like to hop in, John, here. Basically, it's just I don't have any more requests. But I am doing tier 9s as far as the grinds go. Sorry, Silver, if you're on my block list. Honestly, it was probably just a one match thing, but but after this, I got time for maybe like one, maybe two matches, so I'm probably just gonna finish the stream with tanks on doubling here. Hallman, I don't think anyone thinks they killed World of Tanks. If any, it's definitely helped the game. I feel bad. Honestly, that's what I get for sometimes I put people on my blacklist a little bit too quickly. Julie, if you're asking me to play the T-54, I'm just trying to get a couple doubles. I don't mean to sound mean. It's just I I really need to do doubles. I can't do the E100 either. It's like you did hear me just say I'm just doing tanks. I'm doubling. So sorry. The next stream I could play them for you if you would like. It's just yeah, I need to get tank grinds done in a reasonable matter or matter of time and manner of time, whatever. I can't even talk right now because I'm the caffeine's starting to wear off. That's all good. I completely agree, Nice Cuppa. Which Do they have some? I thought they might have had something like that. Or maybe it's probably something else. Doubles as far as like tanks I'm grinding, you get 2 times the experience for a win. I'm just trying to end the stream with a couple tanks I'm actually grinding. I'm not going to be able to get all of them, but I need to at least try to do a couple here. This T-30 probably can't hit me. Awesome. Thank you, Artie. Yeah, usually, you know, I've done pretty much request the whole stream, so I try to end the last couple battles with tanks I'd like to move the grind on. So I'm going to start heading back to the cap here. Oh, the clock, yeah, behind me. No, it's not. It's kind of been floating around behind me for the past couple months. It's just a clock that my sister-in-law, her store, they like remodeled it and she was getting rid of it. Ryan took it apart and she wants to basically change the inside of it to make it look different. We just haven't gotten around to it since, like I said a little earlier, she's like 3 weeks away from graduating college with her master's, so until that point she's busy. You know, I'm pretty busy as well, so it's like we have a chair behind me that side as well. We have Scott that needs like completely repaint it and everything. It's kind of something she likes to do. We like to like refinish and fix up old stuff. Poor Quickie baby had to slum it with us. Well, the in-game reporting system, even though it doesn't directly work, I would say, the way it works is when people get reported, if they add up over time and they get a lot of them, that's when Wargaming takes a direct look at an account. But if you just like you solely add one report on someone, honestly, that's where it doesn't do anything at all. Let's say the Meal 2 compared to the Meal 1, they're not a huge difference between the two tanks, but I have been doing pretty freaking awesome in the Meal 2. I just feel more confident with its turret. The gun has higher alpha and penetration. Just works so much better. Silver, if you would like the platoon, I could send another invite. I'm sure Graham might, you know, I have 1 or 2 matches here. Graham might be able to pop out if you'd like to hop in. But I'm hoping I can fit 2 in here. It's just fortunately I got my, whenever I go into like the work season, I have a pretty much by 10 p.m. I'm like, my body's like dead. Even on nights I don't work the next day. You kind of just have to get yourself in a rhythm when you're working early in the morning. The Conqueror has been kind of hawking me. Are you sure, Silver? Well, next time, yeah. The next platooning stream I'm doing is Wednesday. Yes, early Wednesday. It's like for anyone interested in the stream schedule, it's not the one currently up here. I forgot to switch it before this stream. It's the one in the video description below. It's going to be Sunday 7 to 9 p.m. Monday 7 to 9 p.m. Which, no, Monday night I'm platooning. Sorry. Wednesday 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And then Thursday 7 to 9 p.m. See you, Julie. Have a good night. But I'm pretty sure platooning streams are now going to be Monday and Wednesday. That way there's one night and one day. Or I could be confused. it's in there. I wrote it down before the stream started. I'm just drawing a blank here. He might have. That's one thing where, you know, I tend to put people on things for stupid reasons. But pretty nice job there. Beat me by a little bit. Alright, so I don't want to end. Let's see. I like to do the leopard, I think. Yeah, I think just since it's the end, you know, I got one match here. I doubt so too. It's just, I wonder how many friends I have on here. Like I have 630. I just remember the old. It doesn't even tell you how many friends you have on here anymore. I remember the way the friends list and blacklist used to work. You had like, I think it was 500 or like 250. It was something low to where it was shared between the two. So I had to like delete some friends sometimes if like, say somebody like, which I'm just gonna end that train of thought because I mentioned it earlier. Freaking Joe Biden again. I don't know what it is with you, dude. I doubt you're watching, but I see him every freaking stream, whether it's early, late. I feel like I need a Joe Biden meme or something to pop up on my freaking stream and put it over his name. Well, yes, that is my version of raging. Oh, Joe Biden, he's nobody. He's just someone. I always read the names of both teams when I'm looking at like what tanks are on each team, and it's just one name that's always stuck out to me. Probably because there's an underscore in between it, and it's pretty easy to read and stand out. Plus, its name is Joe Biden, and I think most people know who Joe Biden is. So, it's just something I've noticed. Just kind of creeping me out, making me paranoid. Oh god. You got some damage in on me. You are lucky, and I didn't damage you. And only one person shot you. Okay, I need to move because there's a 261. It's just why. Honestly, sometimes I'm guilty of spamming the ping on the mini map. I should blacklist myself. Nah. I was trying to go after him. He's gonna kill me again. He killed me the freaking last match. Nope, this guy's gonna come rolling right up. I just got ammo racked. He's gonna shoot me. Now I'm one-shottable. And everyone's in our base is just sitting there twiddling their thumbs like, it's okay. We're just gonna let these guys die out over here. Like, hello? Like, do you not see that these guys are all about to die? Fastest way to get to tier 10 is pull out a credit card. It's probably not the answer you wanted to hear, but it's the truth. Grind yourself experience, free XP, and convert gold. So I'll probably play one more match here after this. I don't think I want to go out getting killed by Joe Biden again. About to say, I can definitely do one more because Levi ditched me. But I'll probably do maybe the Strev. Maybe I'll do a light tank. I'll do a light tank for my last match. That's what I do. I free XP. Sometimes I free XP bad tanks, but recently I've just been using free XP to get all the modules on a tank. If I was doing less lines, usually I would free XP tanks I didn't want to play. So let's say Yag Tiger at this point. I usually don't blame people. A lot of times I don't watch the end of matches, but we had like 4 tank destroyers all sitting in C5, and with that, a lot of them were not really tank destroyers. Say like the 183, the Yag Tiger, that could crest over this hill and shoot out here. Nor can you really shoot over this berm from this area. So basically, we lost our tanks here. Enemy just swooped in. Oh, look, bunch of TDs here. Killed them. And yeah, it's just unfortunate that people end up sitting near the base and then wonder why we lose. So it's like we won the 1-3 line. It's just there's nothing that, these guys over here could do by the time you lose, the other main chunks of your tanks. So it's just a domino effect, essentially. Alright, so why don't I happen to... I'll play the AMX 1390 here. Pretty much the same, kind of the same here, Silver. Like I used to play stock tanks. Okay, Graham hopped out here. Well, thank you very much for the matches, Graham. But yeah, nowadays I don't play stock tanks. The most I do is I play without like the top engine, something like that. Why did I click that? Gathering information takes longer every single patch, it seems like. Yeah, I didn't do too well. This guy did well, even though pretty much sat in the back. To me, that's useless damage. But this is definitely going to be my last match, though. But thank you very much for watching, guys. Next stream is going to be Sunday coming up, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then same time on Monday, and also Thursday this upcoming week. And Wednesday's going to be an early stream, 9 to 12. Barring any unforeseen, now that I'm back to full-time work, any unforeseen schedule changes, which the party in question I mentioned, where we might, basically it's inevitable, we're going to get sometime in the next week to 2 weeks, we're going to have like 100 to 200 person midday luncheon book. It's basically I don't know the person, it's just a family member contacted us today. Like someone's grandmother essentially is on hospice, and they want to throw a huge luncheon thing, basically, when it happens. So don't really have an exact date for it, but we get a few of them because for things like that we don't nickel and dime someone for throwing basically like a funeral party or something. Cape May is not exactly a large town, so everyone knows everyone, so but I don't know why I'm going out here by myself, but I am. And I'm probably... Yep, and I guess hit a tree again. But I'll definitely let you guys know if anything is going to change with the stream schedule coming up due to that. I hope this T-49 doesn't dirt me. I almost cracked off a little bit too much there. I was hoping to just barely, which I did get him hit, 1200 damage, awesome. Shave off enough of that. You're watching me. That's actually pretty useful. Okay, I'm sorry, prototype, but I guess I can go in there. Thank you, M53. But yeah, if you leave one sliver of that building instead of two, people can shoot through and hit the person behind it. I can still get hit hard by this T-49. Good night, Rick. I'm gonna be passed out here very soon. Oh god, I'm surprised I hit him because I actually didn't really aim dead center. I had a feeling that they were back there. I'm actually gonna take this time to reload because I'm not gonna pop up and take a shot at them. Actually a pretty good username, the Tuminator. Say, I'll keep him spotted for you guys. I'm just slowly weaseling my way around here. Always go down left there and come back up here and you have cover. Instead of just diving in head first and, you know, getting shot up by anyone that's sitting on this hill. Hoping that there's nobody in their base outside of this Udez and Artie. Probably gonna be wrong, but... Oh god. Oh! 0 damage, critical hit. I get that, Ponza. The NFL draft. I know some people are big into football. I used to watch it. I don't care too much about football anymore. Yeah. I'm gonna hopefully not regret going after the Udez instead of the SPG. Shit, I guess. Oh my god, he one-shot me! Oh, nice shot, dude, but that's where someone usually would rage, but yeah. I did 1,000 damage and 4,000 assist. I'm perfectly content with what I did. Let's see, I'd like to see... never mind, he already got revenge for me. But yeah, it was a pretty decent match, though. I definitely... I was chasing after that Udez. What was going through my mind is after I killed the Udez, I should have popped up and killed the Artie. I could have one-shot it. Then go after the Artie that needed 2 shots, but... You know, I kind of skipped a step there and I paid the price. I slowed down a little bit and he just popped me. So, we still got a win though. So I'm happy. I love getting a win for the end of the stream. It was kind of fun watching me get blown up too. Well, yes, Artie splash in a light tank still hurts. That one though, that was a direct hit, which is why that's why he killed me. But or at least I think it was a direct hit. Yep. He shot 5 times and he got 1 hit, and that was all the damage that he did. But yeah. Still got a win though, so I'm happy. So but yeah, anyway, thank you very much guys for watching. Hopefully I'm a boss. It is the T110E3. I will Silver Ghost. I'm gonna be passed out here in a few minutes. I gotta get up at 4 again. Um, but anyway, thank you very much, guys, for watching. Next time I'll be streaming is this upcoming Sunday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. I might pop on for a little bit tomorrow, depending on the time. But no promises, because I might be like a zombie after work. But anyway, thanks again for watching, guys. Have a very good night, and for anyone on the EU server, hopefully you enjoy the new patch. But see you guys around.